not a second. Could I get permission as well?
Oh shit. Just for the folks that are joining in here, let me get this done. We've literally been having a full-on podcast here that was not recorded for like probably the last 20 minutes, folks. Classic Dundee podcast league fashion. We'll have to, you know what? I think you guys, yeah, you got it. I think that one will just have to live on in your, I don't know, dreams and imaginations. I got some in my eye. But anyway, what I
Patrick's still
said,
a little drunk.
I'm not a little drunk. What I am is tired.
He's not that drunk.
He's tired and drunk.
I'm
You
not
heard it here.
I'm not as
not
stink as you
that
drunk I
drunk.
am.
I'm not that
All right.
drunk.
Now, what I gotta say is, as I said over the course of the last 20 minutes, how about them Packers? Fuck the boys. Green Bay for life. We're the best. And you guys are worse than the Lions. Accept it. You're worse than the Lions.
You guys still have a losing record.
Hey, cool.
Ease
Hey,
up a little bit.
guess
Didn't
what?
you lose
Guess what?
5 in a
Guess
row
what?
before
Hey,
this
guess
week?
what, guy? Guess what, guy?
What, guy?
The Commanders are about to beat the Eagles and be one game back from you guys.
That
The
was
fucking Washington Communists themselves.
That would be really good news for us.
That would be good news for you, but also you guys couldn't beat the Eagles, and here come the Communists coming in
if the commies win, they'll have a better record than the Packers. So
by
again,
one game.
my point, ease off,
All
Mr.
right,
Green
now,
and Gold.
Now listen, there were
I mean, it's a
lot
game and a half since they got the head-to-head tiebreaker.
There you go.
If the Packers, if the Wisconsin brogue, as they say, comes in,
fuck.
he cancels his camera. Look at
Fuck.
this guy. Fucking amateur hour over here. Can't say I don't like that picture of you, the fucking still shot. It's fucking hilarious.
You got a picture? I got nothing.
Yeah,
He
I got a
just
picture.
Can you
of
guys
Cody.
still hear me?
I got a picture of Cody just doing this. It's amazing. Technical difficulties. All right. Well, we killed Cody with our Packers victory talk.
Our video.
So, there he is. He's back.
Hey,
All
he's
right.
back.
He's back.
You're gonna lose that a couple
some,
times.
Should we talk some fantasy talk here?
I mean,
let's get into it.
That is what our
All right.
constituents show up for.
I guess, who knows what they actually show up for. But what match do you want to do first? You want to do mine? You want to do a different one? I mean,
do we have any that are still going, or is it everything's decided?
Everything's locked. It's all
Everything's locked. Okay.
A lot of one-sided matchups this week.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, the closest one was 12 points between Todd and Dave. Dave's team took a couple
Sounds like we're
crippling
starting with
injuries.
Todd
Let's
and
go
Dave.
that one.
Let's go.
Todd and Dave.
Todd and Dave.
Todd and Dave.
I think Dave's season might be over.
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah,
Cooper Cup
this
with
is the week.
Said he
Lost
avoided
3.
a broken bone for Cup, but they said a high ankle sprain.
So
It wouldn't matter if
he's out 4 to
Cooper
6
Cup
weeks, probably with that.
Most
was
likely.
just fine. Dave got eliminated from the playoffs this week.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, one way or another. All I'm saying is that he lost Fournette. Okay, which Fournette will probably be able to play next week, but the rookie looked good. So who knows if that's going to cut into his time. Tom Brady's been calling for Rashad White to be on the field more all year. I think he reminds him of another fellow named White that he used to play with up north. Anyhow, James White, Anyway, just
Oh,
for
thank
those
you.
uninitiated.
Oh,
anyway,
is that the one you meant?
James
the one.
White?
You know the one that scored 3 touchdowns in the Super
Man.
Bowl. He used to play at Wisconsin.
Nothing like
Yeah.
beating around the
Those-
bush just to jump on top of the bush.
Yeah, that's right, dude. I'll beat around it and then I'll belly flop right on top of it. That's how we do it, baby. All right,
Yeah,
now Cooper Cup got all fucked up. I see what I did there.
We see it.
Anyway,
Just don't appreciate it.
Zach Ertz out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dave's taking injuries, but Zach Ertz isn't that big of a deal. He can get away with playing Higbee probably. Higbee's been bad though until this week. Higbee's been bad for like the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, just until I dropped him.
Yeah, and then that's all it takes. Just get off your squad and
And no shit. I lost Terry McLaurin just so that I could finally drop Higby and his injuries are gone.
You dropped. Wait, you got rid of Terry McLaurin?
I traded him for Taysom Hill. Yeah, I had to get it.
Ah.
I was getting goosed on tight ends, and so I had to move him along. He wasn't seeing any starting time anyway, even though he's good. I like him.
If you don't have Dallas Goedert, George Kittle, or Travis Kelce, your tight end positions have not been good at all in the last several weeks.
Which is the tight end
The whole
position.
season.
Yeah,
You know, that's the way it is.
glad I got rid of Mark Andrews just in time for him to be all shitty and injured.
And Mark Andrews is going to be fine.
He'll be all right, maybe. I don't know. He's aging.
So Todd and Dave's team.
Todd and Dave's team. Yeah. See, we'll get off the rails.
Yeah.
We'll get off the rails
Yeah.
immediately. Tom Brady, now a winner in 5 countries, I believe.
Yep.
Mexico.
Only quarterback to do it.
Yeah, he's won in all of them. He won in London. No, is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4 countries.
Yeah,
he won in England, Mexico, Germany, and US. 4. But still, when you play for 40 billion years, you eventually win on some other continents. Apparently.
You get a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. Anyhow, Khalil Herbert didn't do much of anything. So here's the other thing, guys. I went to Lambeau. Obviously, I wasn't watching a lot of live TV. We saw highlights on the board. We saw fantasy stats on the board. And I've seen highlights since. The Bears-Detroit game apparently came down to the wire, and the Bears should have won it, and they lost on a pick 6 pretty much.
Yep. I mean, they had a chance to get points after that, but that's what it was. They were leading that game pretty easily most of the time. And they really shit that one away.
Apparently, Justin Fields had another 60-yard touchdown run for the second week in a row.
Yeah,
that guy.
He's the reason that Brandt is now our new point leader.
Yep. Yeah, Brandt has been having some mighty weeks. But you know what? I mean, Fields is going to eventually face a team that can play defense.
Team.
Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, you're right. Hey, whatever. We're moving along. Okay. So then we have DeAndre Hopkins here for Dave, getting by in volume from the Texan son himself, Mr. Colt Two Guns McCoy, otherwise known as the real McCoy, the only one that can actually beat the Rams, unlike Kyler Murray, who we'll get to that later.
Can you tell me maybe why Dave traded away Jalen Waddle for Aaron Jones just to leave Aaron Jones on his bench?
When Aaron Jones has been getting all of the carries for the last 2 weeks because all the Packers can do is run the ball. Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Do you think
he makes that trade?
He wins this game.
Eliminated from the playoffs because he doesn't play the guy he traded for.
Yeah. If he puts Aaron Jones in instead of Khalil Herbert, he's got a 2-point lead right now.
Hey, it's his blind spot. We know that.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't matter if David Montgomery's back. No, because Dave believes that Khalil Herbert's better, and he is better. But you want to know who doesn't believe that? The Bears coaching staff. And you got to know those things, Dave.
It's important. It's important.
Because you boy
especially when they're your team, like the team you follow the most.
You should know what they're gonna do.
You should.
Yeah.
And him not knowing that has eliminated him from the playoffs.
I mean, all you had to do
was the final straw.
It was.
Yeah.
The Bears got him again, and they got him.
Yeah.
With a Packer somehow.
He's pretty much out. Yeah, the Bears packered him.
They did.
You know. Where are we at here?
Poor bastard.
So, yeah, well, Dave had a good team for a while, and then
he did. Dave actually put together a pretty good team this year, and
then he screwed it up with his call this week. And you know what? Todd's a tough team to beat anyway, but Dave could have got past it this week.
Yeah,
Todd had a pretty soft week this week.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
The highest score was Daniel Jones. Almost.
I was rooting for Dave this week, trying to get a little distance in my division. And
Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Dameon Pierce. Not a one of them got a touchdown.
Yeah, I know. My DraftKings lineup did that too. Because I played Dameon Pierce and I got host.
He can't seem to make the right decision.
With us there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just I'm trying a new setup here, and I got a loose wire. If you will,
got a loose,
and not really, if you will. It's literally a loose wire.
All right, okay. Well, You win some, you
I
lose.
can't get too excited pulling away from the old wired headset here.
I gotcha. What were you going to say, Jake?
I was just going to say that Todd can't seem to make the right decision between Gabe Davis and Josh Palmer.
Never
Doesn't
does.
matter who he puts in. The one does better. 18 points.
But again, Minnesota does not have that good of a defense. Like the Niners got a ton of guys back this week. You know, I mean, I don't know. I know we keep doing this hindsight shit to Todd, and Todd keeps winning anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I just feel like,
well, it's gonna matter because there's like what 6-4 teams this week, and he's one of them. And points are so huge. We're all so tight in points, and it's going to be the only thing that, well, not the only thing because we got 3 weeks left, but like it seems like it's going to come in very important.
Well, it's the only thing that's keeping Jake on top of our order because I'm moving past Strozzi this week. So, but I'm still behind Jake.
Are you above Strozzi this week?
Yeah, I will be after the amount of points he scored this week. He scored 72 points. I scored like 100
up shit this week.
110 or something.
But how many behind were you of Strozzi?
Like 30, something like that. It's gonna be close, but it'll be.
I thought you were like 40 back.
No, not
43 back.
43 back.
Okay, so then I have to score. Okay, well, the Eagles are boning me a little bit here because they're giving up all these points. So I guess I'll be 10.
So you're gonna. So to be clear, you're still gonna be in third in your own division.
I'll still be in third.
Okay.
Okay, but you know what? Let's look at the schedule here. And,
now to the next point. Like he's scrounging for an argument right now.
We're playing Todd next week. We know we're winning that one. Okay, so we'll be in first. Don't worry about it.
I would like.
Now, anyway,
no, you're gonna be in third. That's what we just figured out. Actually.
I'll be in first
in your own division.
Hey, this is coming from the guy who's dropped 2 in a row now. All right, so hey, all right, we're on a winning.
Who cares?
Who is number 1 in his division?
I played the top scorer the last 2 weeks, the highest scorer in the entire league.
Man, you know, I don't make the rules, dude. All I see is
you just come through with the phantom defense and let it build up your confidence.
I played 2 of the worst teams in the league, is what I did. The last 2 weeks.
I got my 2 freebies like 2 weeks prior to these last 2 weeks, and you're getting them the last 2. So.
All I need is another W2. We still need to find. I mean, Jeff Wilson's nice, and then if T. Higgins comes in, anyway, we're on the wrong teams, guys. So let's talk about Todd. Daniel Jones had a nice week. You know,
a decent play.
Decent play. Points.
Yeah, Houston in town. Why not?
I was actually looking for Daniel Jones. I just don't have as much time to be as active as I was before. So I'm missing out on some of these pickups, which is unfortunate. It might cost me this year. But there's other things that
I don't think you'll fall out of position of finishing somewhere between 4th and 5th place.
Oh, you know what?
It is your wheelhouse.
Yeah, you love it. You love that shit, man. Don't
let it so deep you can't not.
Don't let the bastards get you. You get comfy
it's
in
the
there.
boys' wheelhouse to let one slip away right at the.
That's a deflection.
Quit deflecting.
Hey, I'll deflect.
Wonder Woman. That was weak.
I'll fucking throw up the fucking the shit that she has, dodging all them criticisms.
Unbelievable.
All right. Anyway.
Unbelievable.
Travis Etienne, like we said, plowing ahead. He scored 9 points, which is not what you've come to expect from him. He's been finding the end zone every single week, and he just didn't this week.
I did expect him to put up some points against Kansas City.
Yeah, you would think so. But you know what? Kansas City's defense, like they do most years, is starting to come alive. Finally. Like when it gets cold and the fans get loud in Arrowhead, their defense starts playing better. And that's what's been happening in the last couple of weeks. Especially when it matters. Like last week against Tennessee, they're playing Malik Willis, don't get me wrong. But like but they were playing Malik Willis, sure, and that guy couldn't make a decision, like at all. But they didn't allow a first down in 2 quarters. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Especially when you're playing Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So but anyway. Ken Walker didn't do much over there in Germantown either. The Birds had a long way to go, and they got, they had too much crowd. That's what it was. No, the commies are giving this one away, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
they're
that
gonna
way.
give it away. They had it. They were up by 9, and they just let them have all the momentum back at home.
Yep.
So, but anyway,
not a great week to watch football.
Au contraire, my friend. It's one of the greatest weeks I've had all year. Anyway,
what other notes do you guys have on this one, or can we move on to the next?
I got Waddle, kind of waddling and not doing much.
I just want to. It's nice. It's nice talking about Todd and Dave making that trade, and then Todd burying Dave and out of the playoffs all in the same move. It's succinct. It's to the point, and it's good for the league.
Hey, you're gonna break the table there, pup. Yeah, exactly.
It does make for a good storyline for sure.
It does. It does. There's some flavor in this matchup tonight.
And I mean, Dave did that one to himself. Shall we move on? Dave, you're pretty much out of it, my friend. Unfortunately.
Only other note on Todd's team is that he's still going to get Jamar Chase back in a couple of weeks, and he's pretty confident that Kyron Williams is going to start playing a bigger role in LA. So we'll see if that plays out.
I say they might go pick up Eno Benjamin. Where the hell is Eno Benjamin going to go? That was a wild move to me. To me, it just shows they have to pick up a tight end. I think they cut him because they got to get a tight end because Zach Ertz going down, and they have plenty of depth there. So like they don't need Eno Benjamin, but I don't know. So anyhow, next matchup. What do we got? You want to do Austin and Bailey? Get through this.
That's an easy one to call. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, killer week by Austin.
Yeah, as much of a lost either way.
As much of a non-story as that one is, that's what the second best like score of the week.
Also, why is she playing Taylor Heineke? She put Heineke in. She put him in.
You know why?
Over chilling, like
you know why?
For God's sakes, I do know why, but for the love of God,
you know why?
But she could have taken every point that her team scored on the bench and her players on her team, and she still would have lost.
Yep.
So I guess it doesn't really matter, but still, Devin Singletary.
Excited about that lineup, but
as Faith Hill would say, it matters to me.
All right. Well, we're gonna blow past that one. So, Patty Mahomes.
I got what I wanted.
Apparently, you just waiting on the Faith Hill reference the whole goddamn time
for 9 weeks.
He's been just sitting there in the bushes, sitting there on the hill with a lot of faith.
Finally,
nice. That's a good one.
Got it. See, every once in a while we get one good. Anyway, Singletary. Get fine in the end zone twice. The fumble hurts, but that's a good week for Singletary. 15 points. You like to see it. Dalvin Cook had a good game against a tough run defense.
Dalvin Cook looked like a first-round fantasy pick this week, like
for the first time all year.
I mean, did he? He had 119 yards, but I think wasn't 62 of it on one carry.
It also took him to overtime. My puppy's going nuts back here. If you hear the fucking ground,
I saw a couple plays Dalvin had where he looked like a beast, and a couple plays where he couldn't get anything going, just stuffed at the line.
I don't know what's going on back there. Anyway, yeah, Dalvin got stuffed. It just it is what it is. He was all right. He scored 22 points. Game went into overtime. He had a lot of time to do it. My analysis isn't going to be great this week, guys. You got to help me out. I didn't watch a lot of this shit. So all I saw of the Vikings-Buffalo game was Justin Jefferson making one of the most unbelievable one-handed catches I've ever seen. It was ridiculous.
I was walking home from the bar when that happened. I missed that. I was so bummed.
That was the best catch I've ever seen.
It wasn't it on 4th down too, or
like 4th and 18.
Oh my god!
4th and 18. He did the Odell Beckham catch but with two defenders' hands, one on either side of the ball, and just ripped it away from him.
It's gonna be hard just because of how athletic Odell is and how beautiful that catch was when he made it, and like the full extension, him getting down. It's gonna be hard for anybody to ever beat that catch, right?
Well, it was also on Sunday Night Football, like Dallas and New York. Like that's like everybody watching that game. Yeah. It's true. There's a stage that's involved.
And Odell, just like, I don't know, man. The way he flies through the air is fun to watch. But like, don't get me wrong. Justin Jefferson, Odell, for weighing them against each other, they're in the same ballpark, man. That was a pretty fucking crazy catch. And then they made the other one down by the goal line where he got smacked in midair, caught that one too.
He's so good.
He's stupid.
I think he's the best receiver in the league.
Well, now that Cup's hurt, for sure he is.
I think so.
I think he's the best receiver if Cup's healthy.
He can run routes like Cup. He can get separation like Cup, but he's more athletic than Cup. So yeah, probably. His catch radius is massive.
Yeah.
Like he can catch anything. You throw the ball within 5 yards of him any direction, he can catch it.
Well, the announcer's pointed it out too. He does a great job of catching it away from his body. Gets the separation, and then like it sticks to his hands. Like
he's got those big long arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like watching that guy play. Devonta Smith could be a little bit more like him if he wasn't so like slight. You know, Devonta Smith is just a little bit too like small.
Yeah,
but he has similar attributes. Other than that, like he's just. If Devonta Smith was like, you know, a little bit bigger in his proportions, in his arms and his height, you know, he could potentially be as good as Justin Jefferson, I think, because Smith's got great route running too, but Jefferson just has all of the athletic profile and that, you know. But anyway, I mean, Devonta Smith has run some ridiculous routes in this game. The commies don't have the greatest secondary, but Devonta Smith's been having a good game, and they just might have got the ball back here.
No, there's a face mask. Just can't tell if it's before or after the ball's out.
No, it was before. It was before.
Can you review a face mask?
That is a good question.
I don't think you can.
That's 100% a face mask, though.
They call it a fumble on the field
and a touchdown. It won't be a touchdown. It won't be a touchdown because he was touching him by the time.
Oh shit! If the Eagles lose because of that play, they're gonna light Philly on fire tonight.
Yeah, they might.
They fucking will. You know,
ruin the undefeated season. But put the Crisco on the light poles now because they're coming.
Those fucking goons will light their town on fire if they win a game.
That's true. Monsters.
Fucking dorks. Anyway. I hate Philly fans. Other than when it's it's always sunny. It's funny in that, but otherwise.
Yeah, because they're garbage and
they're awful people.
Yeah, it makes for good comedy.
Yeah,
as long as it's in a universe that's not actually real.
I just don't want to go to a football game with them.
Mm-mm.
No, because you'll get fucking stabbed. But nah, for real, you might. But they're the literal equivalent of like the English football hooligans in our country. Like that's their fan base.
Just a little less class.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, I mean, the hooligans in England are
I said what I said.
Pretty not classy either.
I said what I said.
All right, okay. All right.
I took it into account and I still said it.
Okay. All right. He qualified it, folks. You heard it here. Anyway, James Conner back, getting the end zone twice. Again, Arizona upsetting the Ramses. But they didn't have Stafford.
Correct. So. Yeah. Two backup quarterbacks playing in that game. So like
Colt McCoy is the better of those two also. So
who's the other guy?
Experience.
Sam Wolford.
Sounds like a medieval lord. Lord of Wolford Castle is here to throw the football in Los Angeles.
It's a weird thing, Los Angeles in that accent.
Well, you know, it is what it is. We tried. Anyway, Bailey's team, we don't need to talk about it.
No, we don't. I think it's a disservice to any audience member to talk about Bailey's team.
Dalton Schultz had a game, caught a touchdown, sat in the Packers.
And there we go.
That's all I was going to say about it. That's the only thing we're talking
Her flex was on a bye.
Yeah. So, all right. Well,
what's going on?
If she's not going to try, I'm not going to try. On to the next one.
There we go.
All right. What's the next one we're talking about?
Let's get the other potato putting up 55 points. King Allen.
Yeah, I mean,
damn, 55.
Well, Donta Foreman is the guy in Carolina. Chuba Hubbard is an afterthought.
Jeez.
So Brant has gotten everything going his way right now.
Yes, he does.
Everybody that's been going down, Brant's just got the guy. Just happens to have the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which everybody's been making calls one way or another, but
look at Allen's bench too. He had no options but the people that he put in.
I was extremely confident.
You got a free one against Allen this week.
Yeah, you did.
I was extremely confident, especially after Thursday night, because he played 3 players and they put up 10 points.
I saw that.
Like, I'm a winning this week. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I tried to help him out. I gave him Debo, gave him Kyle Pitts after Kyle Pitts did something one week.
Yeah, you really helped him out by giving him Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, it's so nice of you.
Yeah.
He's the 4th roster that guy's been on this year.
Hey, he needed a tight end, and Kyle Pitts is a tight end. So,
what round was he drafted in, Dave?
4th.
Wow.
And Zach Ertz goes in the next round after that. So, bold strategy.
He's out for the season. He doesn't have his 4th or his 5th round pick.
I don't think Zach Ertz went the 5th.
Nah,
round.
he was.
He went
no,
rounds after that. Yeah.
It wasn't until like the 10th, I think.
That's not. I don't think that's accurate.
I think it was a 6th or 7th.
God, really?
Yeah. 7th.
Nice
round.
catch there by Gibby.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 7th round.
Yeah, he should have.
Anyhow, he should have dropped it. What's he doing there? Lost 4 yards.
Jesus Christ.
DJ Moore couldn't do what he did against the Falcons a couple weeks ago when he cost him the game by ripping his helmet off after making an unbelievable catch. But this time they just they won the game fair and square. So no need. Justin Herbert didn't do shit. He doesn't have any wide receivers, so it's not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
They're throwing like the fucking 4th stringers out there. So Curtis Samuel has had a couple nice runs in this game, not doing a whole lot. Not really much else to say there for Allen.
His team didn't start off super hot, but it's unraveled even farther. He's relying on 2 Panthers playmakers when they've given up on their season. So
well, Baker Mayfield's coming in again next week, so it ain't getting better.
What?
The best time of the year for PJ Walker got hurt.
Oh, no.
PJ Walker's the best quarterback in Carolina of
damn
of what are
of 2 former like 1st round picks.
Yeah, XFL star.
A number 1 overall, even.
Yeah,
like a number 3 overall for the next guy.
Rough.
Man,
at least they weren't they didn't
college scouts suck.
They didn't spend that capital on those guys.
No, they didn't. They didn't. That's not on Carolina. I'm just saying that is on the
it's on
NFL
somebody.
scouting. Yeah, we got to talk about it.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, they get quarterbacks wrong though all the fucking time. It's hard to get quarterbacks right. It is.
Interestingly enough, it's the most important position, right? And like that's the one they really fuck on.
They fuck it up all the time. I mean, nobody expected Justin Herbert to be like as amazing as he was from the jump either.
I mean, like, 1st round pick, so they thought it enough.
Yeah, 1st round pick, but like he was not discussed in that draft as like the guy.
That's
and then
fair.
He became like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
If you're a quarterback that gets drafted in the 1st round, though, you're discussed to the point of like
could be.
This is our franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Or it could
there's only one team in the history of the league that has ever drafted a quarterback in the 1st round and didn't say that this is our franchise. And that's
you don't draft them in the 1st round without having that hope.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, the Falcons took Desmond Ridder, and he hasn't seen the fucking field. So
yeah, but he's going to be their future. He's going to be the starter next year.
At least that was the hope.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they saw what the Packers saw in Jordan Love and like, oh.
Well, in Jordan Love's defense, he is getting better, but
let's
he's
defend Jordan Love.
never gonna be anything. Let's feel the love, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Russ Wilson, admirable performance, I guess, by his standard this year. 14 points, we'll take it. He's been putting up fucking nothing in other weeks. So
14,
he fucking sucks.
3 games in a row.
I love
you know
being
what?
on
I'd
this,
rather
like,
have
fuck
14
Russell
than
Wilson
9.
train. This is great.
He's fucking terrible.
Why is he so easy to hate?
Because he's
the way he puffs his chest out and walks around like he's just better than everybody.
If there was
it feels so good.
If there was a cornflake
get that guy
that became a human being, it would be Russell Wilson.
Cornflake.
Yeah,
I've never heard you disparage a former Wisconsin Badger so aggressively.
Well,
and
you know what? I
used
to like Russell Wilson
for that very reason. I know.
He cost me about his character.
Guess what? He cost me $20,000 earlier this year, and I will never forget it.
Well, you didn't win $20,000. You didn't lose $20,000.
No. Hold on, sir.
Am I wrong?
All he has to do.
I'm not. Got it.
All he has to do
is rein it in.
Is not throw an interception and allow the Colts to put up 3 more points. That's all he had to do. That's all he fucking had to do. 20 G's for Patty. So you know what? Fuck Russell Wilson for life. But you know what? Thanks to those 14 points, we got the dub. Yeah, you fucking play the violin all you want there, guy. Okay. Anyhow, Jeff Wilson over here scoring 21. We like that. Jeff Wilson, running back 1 in Miami. It feels good, Shruzzy. It's retribution. It's retribution for Chase Edmonds. That's right.
What do you have to say about Brandt's text messages to the group today?
What I have to say about that is
I like how
Christian McCaffrey into the ground when they're making a playoff run. Elijah Mitchell is trash. Okay,
I don't know. It definitely looked like they were going drive for drive, like they do one with McCaffrey and then one with Elijah. And then
Elijah Mitchell is a fucking 6th-round draft pick, and they just mortgaged their entire future for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey will score more points every goddamn week than Elijah.
I don't hope for this to be clear. I don't hope for this to happen, but I just think McCaffrey's going to hurt himself. I'm watching that dude run around, and he's running around so hard that he's like landing. He's landing super awkwardly and on like joints that he's already hurt before, and I can just see it
is a joint. He's one human joint. He only has one joint. Wow. His whole body is one joint.
Well, it's
I would like to revisit what Patty said. Maybe so they're not going to run him into the ground because they're making a playoff push. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck does that mean for your fantasy team? Because we don't play.
What that means for my team is that when it matters, when I need a win, they're going to run Christian McCaffrey out there.
Carries.
Yeah, they're going to be doing that all the way.
Both ways.
Hey, you know what?
That's the end of our season, man.
All I'm seeing is 15 points from one running back position and 21 from the other, baby. So we're fine with that. All right. Now, the other thing that's good for my team is Jerry Jeudy got hurt.
That's not good. That just means they can really focus on Courtland Sutton.
And I don't care. Throw him the ball 15 times. He's going to catch 7 of them, and we'll be all right.
We'll see.
That's what happened earlier. Jerry Jeudy was hurt earlier in the year. Yeah, he's smiling because the NFC East is the highest winning division in football. Is that what you're saying? What are you smiling about over there?
No.
Damn, you've been holding on to that one for a little bit.
Yeah, has nothing to do with that. I got sidetracked by some Monday Night Football. And I'm not trying to give things away because my shit kind of froze a little bit. And even though we were synced up earlier, we might not be now. So I'm not trying to just being a respectful.
They ripped the ball out of there, didn't they?
They ripped the ball out after a 60-yard post. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mander ball, baby. Philly going down.
They really might fuck around. I haven't gotten that far yet either.
It's happening right now.
So Devontae Adams, the only man in Las Vegas. Devontae Adams.
Let's knock the rest of this matchup out so we can.
Yeah.
Greg Dulcich. You got a free win. We don't need to waste any more time on this. Allen is out of the playoffs. Dave's out of the playoffs. Bailey's out of the playoffs.
It's true.
And
Yeah,
you
contender
and
against
you
non-contender
are
for most
one
of the
of
matchups.
6 people who are 6 and 4.
I'm gonna be it. Let's be real.
You are one of 6 that are 6 and 4.
All right, let's talk about how Jake got boathoused by Brant this week. All right.
All right, let's talk about
jump
it.
into that one.
I scored a decent amount of points, but
You did.
I played the top scorer. Brant went off. Brant's team looks a little scary.
Well, if you're gonna have Justin Fields scoring 40 points every goddamn week, then
And he is.
And for the last 4 weeks, he has 3 or 4.
Well, the last 2 weeks he scored 40, but the last 4 weeks he's scored 20, 25 plus.
Are the fantasy rankings updated yet? Because I want to know where he is.
He's probably.
Is it updated?
It's not.
It says
it updates after. It does update after Sunday. It has every week that we've done.
He played so shitty earlier in the year that he's only 7th. He's still behind Kyler Murray, which is crazy.
That seems strange because I was trying to look at some of my guys and I feel like they should have dropped, but it didn't have it yet. So I just thought it wasn't loaded up yet. Thing.
They're playing Atlanta next week. Is he not going to just fucking do it again? Of course, I
think he is going to do it again.
Yeah, but the fantasy footballers brought this up. They were looking at the playoff schedule, and he's going to have to go back to Joe Burrow most likely because week 15 he plays Philly. And then week 16 he plays Buffalo.
Yeah,
but
Buffalo's I mean, look at Philly right here, dude. Their defense has not played great tonight.
That's true, but this is a one-off.
Yeah,
we all agree that the unit is still pretty solid.
Of course, sure. But they have. I will say though, they have not looked great the last 2 weeks. Dameon Pierce ran all over him. Brian Robinson's been running on him. Taylor Heineke's been throwing them. Taylor Heineke. Normally, Taylor Heineke in Philly, you expect the Philly defense to completely annihilate.
You really do. You expect that defensive line to absolutely annihilate them, just like Minnesota's did. But Philly is starting to look a little vulnerable.
Well, everybody plays you as hard as they possibly can when you're undefeated. And you know what? In the NFL, they're all professional athletes, and that takes a toll. You're having to put out maximal effort against every team every week, which you're doing anyway. But there's that little extra when you're trying to beat the undefeated.
Oh, it's true. You get everybody's best. Everybody's best.
Well, everybody. I mean, but it's like the Texans and the Commanders' best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's why they won. They won last week, and they didn't really have to do that well. You know what I mean? But this week, this is a divisional matchup. The Manders are on a win streak. They've been kind of coming up.
And the NFC East has always been one of those divisions where records don't usually matter in the matchups. It's always going to be pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, the Manders are fighting to beat an undefeated team at their home stadium and get back to 500. They have a lot of motivation.
They do.
I mean,
they do.
So, Saquon keeps on being Saquon. 22.5 points against Houston. You expect it. I mean, Houston's been a doormat for running games all year.
Yeah.
Just ask Derrick Henry. Donta Foreman, didn't Derrick Henry rush for 250 yards on them? He fucking ran for all the yards. Donta Foreman is the revelation. Donta Foreman might carry Brant to a fucking championship.
Between him and Justin Fields, it's that's the thing.
And if Rachaad White comes on, we're all in trouble.
You know what though? I'm not. So Brant's going to be the point leader after this week, and
by a cushion too.
It's by about 30 points, right?
I'm gonna have to buy Brandon another jersey. It might happen that way.
But it's we talk about playoffs, and I'm looking at Justin Fields and Deontay Foreman, and I'm like, do I want to rely on that? Do I want to count on that showing up every week? Because it's got to be every week,
Well, and they're gonna wear, and what are the Panthers gonna be playing for?
What's an off day look like for Deontay Foreman? You know what I mean?
0 points.
Is it 12? No,
it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but he's got DeAndre Swift. If DeAndre Swift, the Lions play for every single win they can get because any win they can get extends Dan Campbell's career. So,
and we all want him to hang around.
You're goddamn right, we do. We love that.
Everybody likes Dan Campbell.
Yeah, if you don't like Dan Campbell, you're a fucking terrorist.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I've never agreed with anything you said more.
That's right.
We can all agree that Brant's got the most firepower in the league, right? Like the most potential to put up 150 burger. Or am I the only one that feels that way?
Yes,
Either
and it's
him or
because
Todd.
of Justin Fields. It is Brant, and it's because
Justin
of Justin
Fields and Justin Jefferson. And honestly, the ceiling on Swift is still really high. Hawkinson's been getting a lot of looks and targets. Like Saquon Barkley, everybody on his team could put up 20 points, and you wouldn't really be surprised.
Brant's got a good squad.
He does. That's why he's got the most points in the league.
Yeah. And then you got an underperformance out of Gino, really, based on what Gino's been. I mean, not really. Gino did
He
fine.
salvaged it at the end, but it was rough through 3 and a half quarters.
In Munich against Tampa, I think that's an okay day by
It was really the Saints that boned you. Olave and Kamara. That's what sank you.
The Saints boning me, and then Mixon and Andrews both being on a bye on top of that. It was,
he was
put up 140. I'm
he had
lucky
a
I put up
squad, and he got a 144 put on him. There wasn't much going on.
You should feel happy though that Andrews got the bye because he might come back healthy. Which if you get Andrews on your squad.
Well, they said that he probably could have played last week, but since they had the bye week coming up, they're like, just give him an extra week on top of the extra week. So I'm hoping he comes back fresh.
I forgot you had Dak on your team too. I mean, your name is Dacked and Stacked, so I don't know how I forgot that, but yeah.
I do have the Dak CD stack, and CD Lamb put up the most points in his professional career, so that was nice.
Yeah, I mean that's not surprising. Against he was fucking torching the Packers on corner routes. He was killing them.
He had a lot of space.
Yeah, and
you need a lot of space if Dak's your quarterback because
in real life,
not that good.
In real life, that man is shifty as hell too. Watching him run routes.
Oh yeah, he's got the talent. That's why he's got the 88 on him. But
it's true.
It was nice to actually see that quarterback to number one receiver match up. Dak seems to be spreading it out a lot between Dalton Schultz and 85, no Brown. And then
are they going to go get Odell back or what?
I think they're not because of the same reason they got rid of Amari Cooper.
Do you want to win a Super Bowl or not? Because you need Odell.
The thing is, I feel like not only does Jerry want to win a Super Bowl, but he wants to win a Super Bowl doing it his way. You know what I mean? Like if it isn't how he put the map together, then he's blind to the rest of it.
Hey, well, you know what? He hasn't put the map together properly in a long goddamn time.
About 27 years. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so how about we change up the way we draw the map there, Jerry?
I hear you. You're not going to hear an argument.
Gerrymander it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not bad. Not bad.
Pretty fucking good.
Not bad.
Hey, the Manders are going to win this shit. They're just 3-0.
I know. They did.
Wow. What an upset in the making here.
It's gonna be great.
Not only
I feel like they're still gonna piss it away.
Until they got the ball with 30 seconds left, the Eagles have no timeouts.
Yep. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Hey Patrick, you know who outscored Christian McCaffrey this week?
Josh Jacobs. Hey, let's look at what Josh Jacobs has done in the last 2 weeks, and then let's add that up.
Let's not. Let's just move on.
He's ahead by let's go. Points. So anyway,
Jake, good effort. You got 140'd.
Yeah, and you got 4 losses. Never thought we'd see it, and we're happy to see it.
It's true. I didn't think I didn't think I was going to see Jake lose 2 in a row.
There's been some bad fortune in the last 2 weeks.
There has been, and now you are about waist deep in the muck with the rest.
Oh no, I'm number 1 in my division. There's no muck.
You're right.
You splashed a little muck on my boots, but that's about. I'm about to.
I would say ankle deep because you are one of 6 teams at 6-4.
Listen,
the top one.
There's about 6 of us.
I would say ankle
floating
deep.
Down the swamp.
Besides Ryan's suck up, I have no buys to worry about for the final 3 weeks of the year.
You're sitting in good position.
Sounds like a suck up to me. Anyway,
but that one was not as good.
Hey,
it wasn't bad though.
We threw it out there. It wasn't.
It wasn't bad though. Kind of was.
It was
I don't know.
Bad.
I'll
say it was kind of bad.
It was a 4 out of 10.
Talk about a suck up.
The gerrymander one, best one by far. Not even close. We were
That's
talking
true,
about maps.
but like the bar's low.
Cherry.
Yeah, I mean, let's not put him on a scale because then it's just everything else is gonna look bad.
Well, it's a sliding scale, clearly, if we're talking me. Anyway, don't worry about it. Okay, so let's go to the records and the average Jakes. Not much of a game here.
I mean,
Jake's
it's a
really
game between the two top teams of the entire league and the championship rematch of last year. This one had a lot riding. There was a lot going into this matchup.
And Jake put up a dud.
His horses showed up lame. That's what happened.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I went back through our text chat log just because I remembered seeing a text message from Jake like a week and a half ago when I said, "Hey man, I'm going for the first round bye. I'm tired of you being on my heels." And he responded with, "I think this was your last week to do it because I might never beat my season low of 89 points."
Ooh.
And then he put up 72. So
he left a lot of points on his bench too.
Yeah, he did.
Terry
enough to do anything about it.
Oh, Terry's got a $1.20.
Oh, if he would have played Mostert, okay, that's 9 points. Okay, if he would have played Godwin,
just keep in mind I beat him by 50.
Yeah, he's not making up 50 points.
I know that's 14, so that's 23. Okay, so let's swap.
He only has 55 points on his entire bench, and he would
have lost to you by like 7 points.
But he would have remained number one in the division.
Yep.
Yes, he would have.
And you didn't even really get that much out of Eckler.
Nope. No, Eckler had an off week.
Yeah, he did.
And then,
I think
that was a weird game.
It was. I mean, with the Chargers missing weapons and the Niners getting that safety back, Niners look good.
Yeah.
Niners look good.
Also, I don't think it's relevant here really at all, but it is, I guess, because you have Taysom Hill at tight end.
Barely.
It matters a lot to the Steelers defense when TJ Watt plays.
I thought he was out for the season. I thought he was out for the season.
Well, that man's on the field. That defense is just.
I think TJ Watt's the reason Kamara and Olave didn't do shit because the Saints couldn't do anything.
When TJ Watt's on the field and you have the interior pressure from Cam Hayward and then you have him off the edge, that defensive line is a problem. And that way, he just can't stay healthy, Yeah. But kind of like his older brother.
It must be genetic.
Well, they're just too fucking big for their own bodies. That's the problem.
And they fly.
Ooh. Yeah. Nice.
Hey, are you gonna chill, dude? You're going nuts.
Dog ain't chill. At least we can't hear the dog.
She's been chasing her tail nonstop for 20 minutes.
It's not coming through the mic, so it's not so bad.
Well, yeah, I guess so, man. But Christian Kirk had himself a day.
Both the touchdowns for the Jaguars.
Yeah, he went nuts. Stop.
Didn't you say you traded for Taysom Hill, and he got you?
Yeah, Terry McLaurin. Yeah,
that was.
And Terry McLaurin, who's putting up $130 right now.
That was a strange move.
Interesting. You're desperate for a tight end, but that's understandable.
Yes.
Why would you? But here's the thing, man. Hayden Hurst was on the waiver wire. I was like, Hayden Hurst is like a top 8 tight end this year.
Honestly, with the
Cody
Kamara news, and I like Taysom Hill as a gadget thing. I mean, against the Steelers with TJ Watt, I thought TJ Watt was out for the season, and it didn't work, and it didn't happen against me this week. He's got that weird ability to blow up, and I want a tight end position that can blow up.
You gotta just hope he does
that one week where he put up 34 in his brain, but other than that,
true.
He hasn't hit double digits since week 1.
It is in my brain.
Yeah,
it is.
Tony Pollard had a good
bamboozled.
night.
I was desperate for a thing, and I've got enough receivers to where Terry McLaurin just wasn't getting in ever. He wasn't ever seen the lineup, and the buys that I had that were putting him in are over, and so it's kind of one of those things, kind of like Brian Robinson for Dak. Dak wasn't going to see the field because I got Tua. Am I really getting equal trade? Maybe not, but sitting on my bench means nothing.
Eli. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to take my TV out. All right, now.
It's a big damn dog. She can take some things out.
She's going fucking nuts, dude. She's just been cooped up too much. Anyway, let's fly through the rest of this. Strozzi just got let down. Schuster didn't do much. Kittle didn't do much. Cordero didn't do anything. A lot of his guys underperformed, left a lot of points on his bench. You got a regular, you got the Miami passing all-stars doing it every week out here. Tua, man.
Tyreek had his worst week, I think, so far.
Still got in the end zone. Still scored 13 points.
That's right.
I don't know what just happened here. Oh, okay. That was smart, Heineke. Yeah. Run the clock. You got DPJ putting up a hundo pretty much. And then what else you got going on here? We talked about Christian Kirk. Tony Pollard was running wild. The Packers, for whatever fucking reason, could not stop that draw play. They ran it like 5 times.
I wanted to see it more.
We were calling it out in the stands. We're like, they're going to run the draw. And then he goes for 20 yards. We're like, how the fuck do you not know what they're going to do? At least be aware of it.
They almost put that game away with a real sexy draw. And then it's like, Connor McGovern, holding call. I'm like, fuck.
He scored. The touchdown he scored was on the draw play. They ran it like 5 times.
It
was
worked
10 yards
really well.
carry.
It worked really well.
Well, I mean, it's because CeeDee Lamb was doing work too. So every time it was Pat, they were focused on that. And then every time it was a passing down, our edge rushers would come up the field, super gnarly, and then the middle of the field would be just wide fucking open. It was brutal. Dude, fucking commies are gonna beat the Eagles.
I mean,
shit.
I've seen a Deshaun Jackson return in New York once that makes me like hold my breath still, but yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah. I got Goose again at the tight end position. That is my boogie. But I did get a Donovan Peoples-Jones waiver wire start since McCole Hardman was a late scratch, and I got points out of that I felt real good about. He caught I think a 40-yard play on the first play of that game. I'm like, cool. If I get nothing else, he got more than Patterson, and we're good there. The best news of this entire game is consistent points out of my guys, even with Eckler not doing much. And I am the lone standalone 7-3 squad.
See, we're letting them talk too much here, Jake, because we're doing math in our head to see if they're going to get the ball back, and they are going to get the ball back, but with 10 seconds. So I think it's over.
Yeah, ain't gonna be 10.
5 seconds.
We just let Cody fucking talk the whole goddamn time.
He is going to be the sole 7-3, so he should get a moment. That moment is over, so we're moving on.
Sure, whatever.
To the final matchup.
Anyway, Erica gets the dub here. Welcome back, Jonathan Taylor.
No shit. He was on 100% of the Colts passing plays.
Yeah. Well, hey, guess what? Jeff Saturday, apparently not a moron.
Doesn't think too hard, and he's like, we got one guy's better than the rest of them. Why don't we just give him the ball over and over again?
Well, he knows a thing or two about offensive lines too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's probably why they hired him. They're like, hey, guy who is.
It's probably because he's drinking buddies with Jim Irsay.
Probably a little bit of both.
Definitely. Yeah, but also though, if there's anybody who's going to be able to fix that offensive line and running game, it's a fucking Hall of Fame center. They are technically usually the smartest guys on the offensive line, and they understand the running plays and the passing plays the best out of the whole offensive line.
And to quote Jeff Saturday, the Raiders are horrible.
Yeah, is that what he said?
Yeah, he said that a week before he got hired as the coach who was going to face the Raiders next.
Nice. Well, that's why he got hired. This guy's got it. This guy's got the confidence.
Just as an ESPN guy, just watching the week before, he tweeted out the Raiders look horrible. And then he was hired as the coach, and the next matchup was against Vegas.
That's amazing.
Go get him.
I wonder if anybody asked him about that during interviews this week.
It was a major talking point. I'm sure it happened a couple times.
My mom has a huge crush on Jeff Saturday. She didn't even know who he was, but she just loves his eyes.
He's got beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
He's got beautiful eyes.
we were watching him on ESPN or whatever before one of the games on a Sunday a few weeks back, like a month ago or something. And she goes, he has such beautiful eyes. Shout out to my mom. Anyway, Jamal Williams getting in the end zone. AJ Brown. Oh, well, that's a touchdown for the Commies. Hey, so here's a question. Here's a question, guys. We'll finish this last.
They're already interviewing Taylor Heineke on my screen.
Yeah. I'm a minute and a half into a Taylor Heineke interview.
How many fucking times did you guys?
Once, literally one time, literally once.
Look at that terrible gritty that big white man's doing. All right. Anyway, hey,
good gritty.
Huge white guys shouldn't do the gritty.
I disagree.
They should.
Mike Gesicki does one of the smoothest ones.
He does one of the clunkiest, shittiest gritties that I've ever seen in my life. It's disgusting.
Every time I get to see a Gesicki gritty, I am happy.
It makes me Gesicki. You know what I'm saying?
That was good again.
See, there we go. We're back.
That wasn't.
That was good.
Different pages.
No, that was good. That was good. Don't you dare.
It was fucking fantastic.
Yes,
4.5.
Hey, this guy is doing the gritty is 60 pounds and a half foot too big. Okay, that's the cutoff. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's not good, dude. He's just jumping around, swinging his hands.
Bring it back in. Nobody that's listening to this can watch what we're watching.
I don't give a shit.
How about Carson Wentz getting injured again and his team getting better? Like that man just sees that happen all the time.
Say what? Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz gets hurt and his team is like, "Nah, we're better now. Thanks, man."
Yeah, hey, thanks, guy. Thanks for dying again. We'll throw that Heineke kid out there, but he'll lead us to victory for like 3 weeks in a row.
How about the Commies holding AJ Brown to one catch for 7 yards?
He got hurt. He hurt his ankle.
Did he?
He wasn't right after that.
What,
he hurt his ankle
did he hurt himself in?
Right away. First quarter. Yeah. So he's probably got something wrong with him, and that's not good for Eric's team.
No, it ain't.
Lazard got checked by Mr. Diggs, except for the 140-yard play that won them the game. Kelsey, best tight end in the league, does best tight end in the league. Thanks.
Yep.
Like he's wont to do almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
She had a decent week. She's hoping and praying.
She's one of the 6.
Serial
she
rapist.
Make it in, but she
serial rapist.
Needs some stuff to go her way.
I mean, the only thing that's got to go her way, she's got to beat Patrick.
Yeah, not gonna happen though. Sorry.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
But you know what's unfortunate? That I think the week that I play her is the week that Watson comes back. Which is unfortunate.
Ooh.
But I don't think he's
going to be good. Do anything the first week he's back?
No,
he might not. But he might show off those legs.
Well, and he still has Amari Cooper.
If he does, he's going to be playing against a late season defense that's going to have some tired fucking legs.
He's going to be fresh.
The first week that he plays,
he's also going to be rusty. So,
they're playing Houston that week.
Ooh.
They did that on purpose.
Oh, absolutely, they did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah. So I think he gets the. Hold on.
Who do you got on bye that week, Patrick?
I don't know. He gets to play week 13. Which is the last week of the regular season. I don't think I play Erica that week.
Which week do you play Erica?
13.
Oh, I do. Let me see.
Let's go. That matchup is going to have all the implication.
Kyler Murray's on bye that week. So that's not great. But it's not terrible either. Kyler Murray's not like a pivotal point of my team. Like he hasn't really done that much this year.
I'm glad you finally did it.
Well, I've been trying to trade him for the last fucking month and a half. I've been admitting it this entire time.
Oh, shit.
But anyhow,
she's got no buys that week.
Week 13, you have Christian McCaffrey and Jeff Wilson playing against each other, and I think they could put up huge numbers in a San Fran Miami game.
Yeah, let's make the case for my team. Yeah,
I don't like running backs against the Niner defense. If I'm being honest.
Hey, let's do.
How do you stop the Dolphins' offense?
We got to talk a little bit
about
Trish's team. We got to talk about Trish's team for half a second, and then we can do some other nonsense for a little bit and then wrap this baby up.
I mean, let's go ahead and talk about it then because she's also out of the playoffs.
Yeah, she's also out of the playoffs for the most part. Josh Allen did not play well with a hurt elbow.
He still puts up 20 in a dud game, but the Diggs Allen connection is Trish's only strong point at this point.
He gave that game away at the end. They had that game won, and he gave it away by throwing some picks.
Well, he also gave it away by fumbling
the
a
1
fucking
yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's when you get when you actually watch the game, folks. Now,
it was a wild game. Wild game.
I remember I told the people next to me because I was looking up the scoreboard and I was like, the fucking Vikings beat the Bills. And everybody was like, no, they didn't. And they were like, yeah, they did.
Yeah, dude. Perk Thuggins is a different creature now.
What'd you say?
Perk Thuggins, quarterbacking for the Vikes.
Perk Thuggins.
Do you hear the nickname
He's still not
they're giving the Vikings?
Yeah.
Cousins and the Cardiac Kids.
Hey, yeah. Well, that's a good name because when they get into the first round of the playoffs, they're gonna choke and lose like they do every year.
That was a bad joke.
They're gonna Cardiac Kids. They're gonna have a heart attack and die in the first round.
You said choke.
Oh, just relax. Semantics. All right. Anyway,
that's what jokes are made of.
Also
semantics.
It's some shit. Okay. Now, David Montgomery does nothing. Hey, let's all remember.
I blame it on the hat.
Bumpy ride.
I blame it on the hat.
It is an ugly goddamn hat.
Let's all remember.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's all remember it now.
The gerrymandering joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I brought to you people.
Don't have to remember it. It's
what do you mean? What do you mean, you people?
I mean, you people. You know who you are. Fucking Cowboys fans. Anyway, I was so drunk when I told you guys to get fucked yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, we know.
Anyway, so Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson. Okay, he scored a touchdown. He had some pop. He had some wiggle.
He did. I saw him go down with an ankle like halfway through the game, and I was like, "Ooh, yay, Brian Robinson time!" But then I saw him back in the second half. So damn.
Yeah. Well,
they're splitting carries and they're making that Robinson just sit on my bench look like nothing.
Robinson's such a fucking beast, though. He's gonna own that backfield.
I would like them to go ahead and move on, but they are not doing that yet.
Robinson won me my dynasty matchup this week.
Oh, that's cool.
I needed 4 points out of him. Yep.
Could Trish have done anything? No.
But Steph Diggs.
No, Trish had nothing.
Trish playing Terrace Marshall at wide receiver, for God's sakes.
Nothing would have mattered.
For somebody and we beat this dead horse, used 10 draft picks to start the draft on running backs and wide receivers. The fact that she's starting Marshall, Antonio Gibson, and David Montgomery at this point in the season is shocking.
Well, she had a bunch of depth. She didn't trade. She decided not to trade because she was so excited about where her team was that there's a lot of movement in our league, and that's a good league. But teams move so they both improve. Yes, there are some things that miss, and one team gets better while another team doesn't, and usually those things are because of injuries. But most trades,
you got the raw side of a deal or something.
Yeah, most trades help both teams, and that's why they get accepted.
So you don't be involved.
You got to be involved, and she never got involved. And
I fucking tried.
Well, and it's one thing to not get involved, but when you draft using a strategy that is crucially dependent on trading and being involved, you feel it so much more
because you only start 9.
Mm-hmm.
When you're overwhelmingly strong at one position, you use some of that depth to get a key piece at another position. That's what you do.
You got to do it.
I don't get it, man.
It's just like investing your money. Use it as leverage.
She had all of here's the one that all of the other things aside, and this is Trish drafted at the beginning of the year. She drafted a good team.
She did.
He's a solid team.
She drafted a really good 2-week team.
But what I'm trying to say is, before the trade deadline, Kareem Hunt had a huge amount of capital.
Yes.
Because it was widely rumored that he was getting traded.
Yes.
Why do we not use that to trade?
She probably could have finessed me on that.
She could have got me on it.
I tried getting Clyde from her at one point, which I would have been pissed off about right now.
Oh yeah, because Isaiah Pacheco is that guy.
Yeah.
You know? I did get Mixon off of her.
Yeah, you did.
You're the only one.
She was a little involved.
You're the only one that traded with her.
The only one. It was the only trade that she made the entire.
I had to dangle the Josh Allen bait to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you both came out with some good pieces out of that, but like
smart to get that stack.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. And now that stack is out of the playoffs.
Yeah, and that makes me feel good.
It does. So, it does.
Well, guys, I'm tired. So, you know, my voice is a little hoarse. My soul is full. Voice is hoarse. You know, watching my guys whoop on the Cowboys. Frozen tundra, chilled the souls and the hearts of Cowboys fans across this great nation.
Oh my God! Is this the
and with that, folks?
Speech?
We'll sign off. God bless the Packers. Cowboys are terrible.
Wow.
And it's just what it is. Green and gold forever, baby.
Green and gold forever, baby. Damn.
Thanks for that, Patrick.
That was a good one.
That felt good.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Thanks for listening.
All right, folks. Peace. We're gonna cut it right there. That was fun. All right.
You should cut it right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut. I'll cut it. That would be funny. Cut it after
we're gonna cut it right there. That was fun. And
I absolutely will do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go this time, guys, because I'm fucking tired. I'm not playing Madden tonight, Cody.
Oh my God, we've got 13 weeks of football to play in only 18 days now.
So we'll get 5 done this week. We'll be fine.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you right now.
If we get to the point where we have to do a game a day, there's no way it's going to get done. And we're 5 days off of that right now.
And so let's get 2 done tomorrow and buy ourselves another day. There you go.
Yep. I mean, well, we sure hope the other people's schedule works. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're going to be able to do that, but like,
Cody,
there's 5.
We all know only my schedule matters in this equation.
It has mattered the most in this equation.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'll get one done tonight. We'll see.
Maybe you will.
I played my matchup this week. I got to buy next week, so I'm easy through like week 10.
I also got.
I really want to go to bed, but
I also got to buy.
Yeah. So, goddamn.
Yeah, we can't do that though, because
Well, just whatever the fuck. I'll go do it right now.
Yeah, go lose to the Jags or something. You piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, I really was.
I see what your team is worth without JT. By the way.
No, when I played Jake, the superstar of my team was actually Mo Cox. Jake up,
and you can't beat the computer without JT.
No, I could. Here's what happened in that game. I got a little loose.
What happened was
no. I got a little loose with the free form. That's what happened. And Matty Ryan was overthrowing his receivers in crucial moments.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zay Jones, like I said, apparently is untackleable, if that's a word.
I heard a lot of excuses.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I remember seeing a text message that said no excuses.
But here's my excuse.
Well, I said no excuses, but here are my excuses in case you're wondering.
Get out of here and go play a game of Madden.
I guess. All right. See you later, guys.
Later.
Fuck Cowboys.
Yeah.